And the ladies' room.
Hey, yo!
Know what I'm talking about? She asked me who I be.
Power 95.
Where you from?
St. George's, Grenada. Ladies' room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, agents for Western Union, and Beacon Insurance.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they are prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
And we're back in the room, ladies and problems, for another one, final one for the week. Good morning, everybody. So nice of you to join us. Always a pleasure having you here. Y'all are here early. Wow. Let me see who's here. Jacqueline, good morning. I realize you finally went home. Well, to your second home. Let me see who's here. Good morning, Luke. Luke is in London. Rosa Simon, Marian, Val, Christelle, Linda, Shante, good morning. Jackie, Douglas Adams, good morning. Stephen George checking in from ATL. Okay, tuning is up and running on tuning. All right, good. That was stressing me for the past couple of days. Good morning, Sacha. Good morning, Rita. Laurel, good morning. Good morning, Sheldon, Shaka, Noah, Ramos. Good morning again, Queen B. Who else is here? Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Avion. Good morning, Wendy. Shout out to folks out there in Canada. Yeah, you guys are starting to feel cold already. Good morning, Nelly. Good morning, Kevin. Wow, Kevin, how disrespectful. Good morning, big boy, yellow. Good morning, Petlin. Good morning, everybody. Come on in the room, guys, and share the live so we can jump right on into it, because you know how quickly time flies, right? Absolutely no sticking. Dominica is in the building. Good morning, Antonia. Good to have you. Yeah, Dominica checking in. Where's my friend from Mombasa, Kenya? Frederick, good morning. Well, afternoon, whatever. Folks are there in London. Wayne and the crew, good morning. Cheryl, Henry. Yeah, so nice of you guys to join us. The onliners, yeah, they say sometimes they're not on the live, but they're listening online, so don't forget to shout them out. So good morning to all the folks online. Good morning, Jayan. Guys, as soon as you come on in the room, just share it as well. We have some good vibes going on here. I don't know why y'all want to keep it to yourselves. Share the live. So we have another situation. Like I said, it's the final one for the week. But I also want to touch on something briefly. We just got the good morning, Henry. Good morning, Camilla. Yeah, so we just got, well, not just, but what today is? Thursday. On Monday, CXC results came out. Yeah. And I know sometimes it can be disappointing as a parent or guardian if you don't get the results you wanted your child to get. All right. I know it can be disappointing knowing that it's sort of an investment and you want the returns. You want to see them do well. You want to see them succeed. Now things happen. It's been a crazy past 2 years filled with uncertainty. They've been uprooted from the classroom, didn't have the formal teaching settings. They were trying to keep up online. It has been very, 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 even imagine it was stressful for us adults. So imagine what they had to go through, not being able to do their assignments properly and, joining classes online. It's not the same, and I heard many express that sentiment that they felt so disconnected. Sometimes the teacher was there doing her thing or his thing and they're there and they're like lost, like so lost. So it's been a very difficult period for this batch of students, So as much as you may be disappointed, let's try not to make them feel more disappointed or make them feel stressed because they didn't get the results they wanted or you expected them to get. Still remind them, hey, there's always a second chance. You can go do it again. And this time you'll be able to settle down and study properly and, do it right. Yeah, because you're seeing complaints of a lot of parents, I know the disappointment you may feel, but you still have to encourage them, bearing in mind the period that we just came through. We caught our nenen to go through it, much less. So imagine what they've been going through, uprooted from the classroom for almost 2 years, not being able to function properly. So, Selvon, when you see me, you see me. When you don't, you know where I'm at. Good morning, Ryan. Selective Vice, good morning. Good morning, Cheryl. Selvon, when you miss me, that means I'm gone. Okay, that's all I'm gonna tell you. Whenever you miss me, I'm gone. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with the parents and guardians because I know we have a wide audience. I just wanted to share that with you guys to please don't be too hard on them. We understand your disappointment. We understand you want to join the bragging rights, and sometimes we're a bit nuff. Like, parents would call how much your child get. Like, that's not none of your business. Why do you need to know that? Just call, offer some congratulations, whether they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 27. What do you want to know that for? What is all? I mean, we understand the whole bragging thingy and all of that, but if they didn't share voluntarily, stop asking. Yeah, stop asking. Just leave it alone. But I just wanted to share that with parents and guardians who may be listening. Maybe you'd have done it. Maybe you have other children who'll be sitting exams soon. So next time around, yeah, a little more encouragement, a little yes, you're disappointed, but we can do this. How can I help? How can I better provide you with the tools you need so you can get it right the next time around? Support is what they need, not you coming down. They're already disappointed. Think they're not disappointed by themselves, knowing that they're disappointing you. So no need to rub it in and stress them out even further. Yeah. Anywho's, so we have the tale of what I can't move on. It's funny when you're in a relationship, right? And the relationship ends and you feel like your world collapses, and after time it starts getting easier and easier to deal with. And beforehand you sit back and like, what really going on with me? Why I was feeling that way? Look, I see this person and I'm like, I bounce my head to put yourself in that person kind of vibe. Like, look at this person that I'm losing sleep over. I've been stressed and depressed over, and like, look at me now. I'm still breathing. You always say, I can't breathe without you. I'll die without you. My head on the water and I'm breathing fine and all the nonsense. Look at you breathing on your own. You ever thought about that when you're in a relationship and it ends and you're like, you feel like you're dying. I can't live without this person. Couple weeks, months pass, and you're like, look at you. You're breathing just fine. Don't need no oxygen tank. You don't need nothing. You're breathing just fine. But we stress about these things. Like, listen, everything in life is temporary. Enjoy it while you can. When it's gone, well, you move right along. But stressing on what's gone, trust me, it's gone. There's no coming back. You can create new memories. Those memories, they're gone. Leave that alone. So everything has a time frame. You could be enjoying it for a long period and then just that's it. Especially when you're dealing with humans. So she says she can't move on. So 3 years ago, she says she left the relationship due to infidelity, trust issues, and other factors. So that is the part that had me like, Scooby and what do you call them? Scooby and then let's go after Ghost. What's the name of that cartoon thingy? Um what's the name of that? Only help me now. They have the dog in it named Scooby Doo and the other one. And the two boys and the two girls. Jessica is your name? Y'all don't know nothing. That's the name of it? Scooby Doo is the name of it? Why I think it is something else? I thought it was something else. There was another name, and I thought Scooby Doo was just the dog in it. Also, Scooby Doo. Like, All right, so Scooby Doo. So she says she left the relationship. You like, Scooby had this questioning look on his face and be like, huh? That's how I felt when I saw that comment. I was like, what? So she says they had plans to get married, get a home, and start a family, but knowing what had taken place and how rocky the relationship was, it couldn't work even after they both went to counseling. Says, I've loved this man since I was a teenager, and our separation, as well as the fact that he entered a relationship just a few weeks after we separated, has taken a toll on me. Now in my late 20s, I find it hard to be in a relationship and not compare the persons to him, good or bad traits. I also often keep little tabs on him to see what he's up to and how his life is going. I'd like to be in a meaningful relationship and erase how I feel about him. After all, it's been so long since we've been separated, but I'm at a loss on how to do it so effectively. So, can your listeners give me some tips on how to move on? The best way to me, when you think about going back to a person, because I'm sure we all had that thought. You ended a relationship and you had thoughts entering your mind about going back to the person. But the one thing that always kept you not going back there is the stress. When you think about all the stress and the toxic energy and you're like, nah, I can't be abusive to my own self. It's bad enough people abuse me, but I can't do it myself. So to me, just thinking, all you've got to do is think about all that you went through and ask yourself this question: do I want to go through that again? Think about the infidelity that you mentioned, the trust issues and other factors, and how rocky the relationship was. And you guys even went so far as to get counseling and it didn't work. That to me is enough for you to be like, you know what? Thank you, Lord. But if you keep focusing on him, there's no way you're gonna get past the situation. There's no way you're gonna find somebody that you really mix and gel and could have a good relationship with, because you're focusing on what's gone. That door is closed. Homeboy not even losing sleep over you. As a matter of fact, you said a few weeks after you guys, and it's not a separation, y'all broke up. So it's the words that you're using, because it seems as though if this man were to just come back, the door is open so he can walk in and out as he pleases. So it's the words that you're using. It's not a separation. You guys are over and done with. So stop. A separation is something that we both agree, you know what? Let's take a fight for 2 days, 3 days, and we'll reconvene at another date. And we'll come back and see if we can work on it. The relationship is over. You're not separated. It's done. So this man didn't lose no sleep over you. He immediately checked into another relationship. So what you basically have to weigh the pros and cons. Which one makes sense? Weigh the pros and cons. Do you want to go back to a life of infidelity, trust issues, and other factors? Or do you want to take time and be open-minded enough to enter a relationship with somebody and stop comparing that person to him? We understand the length of time you was in love, but at some point you have to start being more in love with you. What makes you happy? You don't necessarily have to jump into another committed relationship, but go on dates, and stop the comparisons. Give somebody a fair chance on their own merit, not judging them based on what this man was and comparing them. You're never going to find a peace of mind or a relationship to work if you constantly focus on what's gone, what you had, instead of focusing on what you have. Cut all communication. Stop keeping tabs on him. What he does is his business. Block everything. Delete. Move on. Stop checking to see what he's doing, where he's at, who he's at, what. Just cut it out. Because you're not going to get over him if you're still doing those things. Keeping tabs on him for what? Why are you concerned about how his life is going? Let his life go. Let you take control of your life. But you can't say you want to be in a meaningful relationship, but the same vein, you can't erase how you feel about it. To me, you're not making any effort to erase it. Because if you were, one, you would not be keeping tabs on this man. You would not be concerned about what he's doing, who he's doing, why he's doing it, where he's doing it. If you cut all of that out, you start the process of healing. Let that man go. Everywhere you know, everywhere you have, whether it's IG, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, block everything. They say what the eyes don't see don't hurt the heart. So if you don't see anything, you wouldn't feel anyway. And over time, go on your dates. Find things that occupy your mind. Get rid of anything that reminds you of him. You have to make the effort somewhere, not just saying, well, I want to be in a meaningful relationship and erase how I feel about him. It's like you're just saying it with your mouth, but you're not putting in the work to get to that place. And it's not going to happen. You say one thing, but it seems as if this man make a little attack back, you're up in it again. Like you just want him to just fall in again and say, you know what, let me do this again. Because you're not making any move to deal with it. You stressing about the man and the man ain't stressing about you. The man living his best life. Man may be going on all kind of vacation and having a time of his life, and you're sitting there watching pictures of this man enjoying his life. Why do we do those things to ourselves? Good morning, sis. Morning, Janelle. So what is the man? He's old school and his name is Shaba. Find a hobby. Get new friends. Go learn something. Learn to bake or whatever. Make coconut fudge or something, or make tamarind ball. Get something to do. You can't sit back and say, oh, well, I want to be in a relationship, but you're not giving yourself or the person that you're dating a fair chance. You're there focused on what's gone. And I can understand if what's gone was something good, that you were like, okay, well, it was a really nice relationship. We had a good time. He was respectful, blah, blah, blah. But I was the one who messed up, so I want him back. You clearly stated that the relationship you left due to infidelity, trust issues, and other factors. Now, why are you sitting there reminiscing about infidelity, trust issues, and just bad vibes throughout this relationship? When you should be saying, thank God you dodged the bullet. You didn't get married and got stuck and have to go start this process all over again and share assets and what that you could have invested in things together. You didn't get to that point. So you should be going down on your knees and saying thank you, but instead you're sitting there peeping this man page. As I said the other day, there's a lot of things if I knew then what I know now. Stop abusing your own self. How about that? This is the name is Scooby-Doo. How about you stop abusing your own self? You have to find a place to start. You can't just say, oh, I want this to happen, but you're not making any moves for it to happen. First, you need to heal yourself. The more you hold on is the more you hurt and destroy yourself at the same time. Time heals. And like I said, if you start the process, couple weeks from now, months from now, you sit back and be like laughing at yourself when you find yourself in a really good relationship and you're not even thinking about this person. You'll be laughing at why did you waste time stressing and losing sleep over somebody who didn't lose an ounce of sleep where you were concerned. Pray, meditate, get therapy by yourself. Therapy works. Talk therapy works. It worked out for a lot of us, and trust me. It says someone says time is the master. Time heals everything. It's not gonna be an overnight process. Because like you said, you loved this man since you was a teenager. So time is the master. Everything always works out in time, but you just gotta put in the work and make an effort to start somewhere. Someone's saying, what is this comment I'm seeing? Hold on. What is this ice conversation going on here? Wait. What did I miss? What kind of ice conversation? Wait. Either she like stress or use ice and blow away and empowerment to do what? Father, help me on in this room, yes? No, Papa. Or let us just take the room and just go left, we are right on all along, Only take one, and then who echoing about empowerment and ice and Father. why can't I have some nice, God fearing people in my room that go to church every Sunday and can come here and take us to the Lord? Why do I have these fans? Why do I have these listeners? God, guide me. I need a crusade for each and every one of them. We need to go by Pastor Punch or the man in the one in Riverside. Because every day I'll try to lead them right and they'll go left. Some tips on how to move on, but ice and empowerment. Tell me how empowerment and ice supposed to help the young lady move on. Ah, Jesus help. Morning.
Aruna morning.
Oi, what go?
Ade.
Yeah,
Aruna, I don't know what to say to that thing. Trust me. But the only thing I can say, Aruna, you see today Thursday, Aruna, I just glad when Thursday reach because now I have the next 3 days, so my ears could I could rest my ears for the next 3 days. I don't worry about. This kind of show will be coming. I had 3 days to rest me after that.
What you live
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't want to hear that again. Thank God, Aruna. So when the program finish, just play that tune for me finally.
All right.
Because that young lady, I don't know what she's thinking. She done been down that road already. You see all the rock, you climb stone, you climb all kind of thing. You still want to go back there? Young lady, just take your time and sort it yourself and move along. Don't let the gas in the vehicle done. Get the gas done, you can't move. And I believe she gas done, so she can't move.
She's stuck. You're stuck in that place. You need to move.
Exactly. I believe she gas done. If the gas done, you can't move, you know. And I know you are gas selling. Just buy some gas selling and move on.
I agree.
Have a nice day, Aruna.
You see what I tell you? So I'm not the only one. Look, the man glad for Thursday so you could get a break from all you for 3 whole days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You see? So I'm not the only one. Pastor Punch died? True thing? I didn't even know that. Jacqueline, I used to go to didn't I give you all the story when I used to go to the 7-day church to get away from work chores? Listen, when you home on a Saturday and your mother decide to walk you, step to scrub your house to clean, you have clothes to wash in the river. Listen, I started going to 7-day Adventist church just to get away from that work, and I'm gonna that's how I know Pastor Punch. What do you say? I'm going to hell. At least I'm honest. Morning. Oops, sorry, call back. No, for real. That's how I didn't know. Okay, well, y'all need to go by Pastor King. Pastor King alive and well. I need to bring Pastor King in the room to pray for all you. That's all we need. Call back. I did not know that. Oh my goodness. And hear me calling out the man named Lad? I didn't even know that. Hold on. Morning.
Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Yes, I have said it once, I have said it a million times. Anytime you see any female in particular talking about they can't get over this person or they find it hard to leave a relationship that is so obviously not good for them, they need to do self-evaluation. It is always something within you that is preventing you from moving on, from preventing you from letting go. It is never the other person, because once you value yourself at a certain degree, nothing and no one would allow you, or you would allow yourself
Listen,
to take
you're
these kind of
preaching
treatment.
right about now, and you're so right. Once you start pouring that love in yourself and you work on your self-confidence and self-esteem, that's why you say you look back and you'll be like, what was really going through my mind that I sat there mourning and losing sleep over this person?
I would never understand it. And women in Grenada, and I can only speak about Grenada because that's where I live. Women in Grenada need to understand the value of their time, the value of loving themselves and being there and protecting themselves. Only a fool breaks his own heart. And I'm talking from personal experience, walking away from a 14-year relationship. And I had to pull myself together and said, girl, you know what you deserve and you know what you want. So it's either you sit down in this shit or you get up, put on your makeup and step outside.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to do that as women, and we need to encourage our
Women to do the
sisters.
same. Mm-hmm.
We need to, and don't say, girl, don't bother with that, you'll get next man. No.
No. Mm-mm.
Tell her, don't bother. You would find who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Not you'll
He will
get a
find
next
you,
man.
not you getting out looking for. When the
I
right
don't
person, the right one
understand.
will find you. But focus on putting your
Exactly.
energy on you instead of finding another one and you're still broken and you're just gonna pass along the broken pieces to another relationship and then that relationship ends and another one and another one. So a lot of
And
times is we have to do self evaluation. I totally agree with you on that part.
we do. I pray that she sits and thinks about what she truly wants, and she has some strong
Because
female to encourage her to let go and just love herself.
because the part
That's my
that's really worrying is that she says she left because of the infidelity, trust issues, and other factors. And imagine you left because you were not being treated well, you were being disrespected. You left all you know that you've been there, you witnessed it, experienced it, and you still have that longing for that person and keeping tabs on that person. What are you keeping tabs on? Bad treatment? I don't understand it.
She probably is one of the type of females that think that she has arrived when she got into that relationship. So she cannot do better than him. Or she probably thinks that she deserved what he was doing to her.
Hmm.
Whether she wants to admit it or not. Because if you could take that from somebody and still want to re enter that relationship, it's because you do not think you deserve anything better.
Totally
They
agree.
don't want to admit it, but it's the truth.
You
And it's
deserve better.
sad.
Hmm.
It's sad, but it is the
Deserve.
truth.
Spoke about. Thank you so
Anyway,
much. Appreciate it.
no problem.
Well said. And I'm seeing this one here. Another comment on this person says, "This man, his, this, and him. Not one thing about you. You've lost yourself. Grab a hold of yourself, pull yourself up and out. You're in your 20s. You haven't even done much for yourself yet. Relearn how to love yourself and how to put you first. You can do this." Someone says, in addition to counseling and prayer, start journaling. Take note of who you are and what you want. What are your strengths, areas for growth, interests, love languages, and the like. Find you. The relationship will come, but you need to heal. It's not about getting over him, it's about healing. Because even in getting over him, the focus is him. Healing you places the focus where it should be. Wow. That's the best advice I've seen in a long time. Take note of who you are, write it down. Buy a journal where you actually write and not your phone because you could be distracted while you're writing and messages and whatever coming through. Get an actual journal and take note of who you are and what you want. What are your strengths, your areas for growth, interests, love languages, and the like. Find you. The relationship will come, but you need to heal. It's not about getting over him, it's about healing you because even in getting over him, the focus is him. Healing you places the focus where it should be on you. Another person says block him on all socials, talk to people, make new friends, do things that you love to do. Most importantly, pray, pray, pray. Ask for healing help. You also need to accept the fact that the relationship is over and he has already moved on. Shauna says the first thing you need to do is stop keeping tabs on him. You're only hurting yourself more. Exactly. Find things to do to keep yourself occupied, keep your mind busy, keep yourself busy. Tell your friends you don't want to hear anything about him. Secondly, pray. Pray, pray, pray. You'll get over it. I know it might sound, cliche when here, oh, we'll get over it. But like, as I said, time. Time heals all wounds. Time is the master. It wouldn't happen overnight. You won't just get up tomorrow and say, okay, that's it, I'm over the person. But baby steps, gradually. But you have to put in the work. You have to make the effort. You can't just sit back and say, oh, well, I want help to get over this person. But you're not putting in the work. You're still there keeping tabs. You're still there reminiscing. You're still there and thinking about him and nothing about you. You need to stop focusing on him, focus on you. Therapy can help. A change of mindset, a change of scenery, it can help. Let it go and move on. You have to start somewhere. There'll still be days you'll think about him, still be days you'll reminisce, but for the most part, it would not control your life to the point where you can't go out on another date and not compare him, that person you're dating, to the person that you were with. That means it's really bad to the fact that you can't even enjoy a date. You're doing comparisons. Someone asks, is he keeping tabs on you? Of course not. Jim Screechy moved on a long time ago and having a good time. Someone says your first mistake is comparing. If you want a meaningful relationship, never do that. Neither tracking him. You're holding back yourself. Find ways to keep yourself occupied and focus on your self-development. Build your confidence, qualification, self-reliance, and he will soon be a thing of the past. Someone says get a hobby. You'll be surprised at how a hobby can distract you from thinking about him. Even simply walking on the beach, observing nature, take time for you. You'll look back and wonder what you saw in him. And I'm sure we all have had that experience. Wayne, where you? Like if you boycott the work this morning, are you tired of us like the man who called and you're happy for the 3 days to not hear anything?
Aruna, I
Yeah.
believe you are to send a young lady by me, boy.
What we sending out by you to do? How you use Mr. Fix It?
Miss, if you want your couch, take back your couch. It's nothing wrong to take back your couch. Take back your couch in a big way.
What's talking about couch? Who are couch? I'm weak. What coach you talking about? You just lost me. Where you get this coach? Who was talking about coach? This thought was supposed to be earlier, yes? But take back your coach. I'm trying to see where I said anything about anyways. Yo, y'all are killing me on this. I swear. I swear. Let me see if I can read the two more before we go. Yeah, time for me to leave. Someone says, I'm glad she recognizes she has issues and is asking for help. That's a step in the right direction. Sometimes telling someone get over it is really hard. We need to give them a physical help. Yep, hold her hand and pull her up because she's actually in a very dark place and it's really not good for her emotional state. Yep. It's not as easy, because I mean we all deal with things differently. We process things differently. And our experiences are not the same. My experience with a past relationship may not be the same she had, so it's easy for me to get over it compared to her. She would have invested a whole lot for a very long time, from a very early age, from since, as she said, teenager. So getting into adulthood, being with that person, and then not being able to move on from there. It could be difficult, especially when that person consumed all your time. It was just you and that person, despite all the infidelity and the trust issues and all of that. That's the person you were with. So sometimes it'll take longer for some people because, like I said, mentally we're all not the same. But my whole thing is, if you really want to get over him, you have to start. You have to start somewhere. You can't just sit back and say, well, I want to get over him. I need to get over him, but you're not making any effort. I really love the advice to start journaling and, putting more of yourself out there instead of, him. I did him this, he that, or the other. I really love that advice to start journaling and stop keeping tabs on him as well. Blocking from all your devices, all your platforms, whatever, just out of sight, out of mind. Get over it. Get over it. Yeah? Anyways, I think it's time for me to go. So I'll see you guys. We'll have another one next week, God's will. Until then, thank you so much for powering up. And thanks so much for joining us in the room.